but we have a 40-year history with Kingswood, which is one of great friendship, collegiality and healthy rivalry. And so we warmly congratulate them and we wish them all the best for the next 125 years.
We wish Kingswood a wonderfully successful and happy 125th. Some of the highlights of our boys' times at college are the times that we have with Kingswood. K-Day stands out in almost every old boy's memory as one of the absolute highlights. We enjoy the rivalry, but especially we enjoy the friendship and the fact that the schools that make up our Grahamstown community are what they are because of each other, and we really appreciate the friendship we have with Kingswood.
Original assistant teachers was Percy Dugmore Hunter, an old boy of Kingswood School in Bath. The idea of the school being called Kingswood came from Josiah Slater, and he was very keen that the school wasn't a Methodist boys' school but was called Kingswood College because of Kingswood School in Bath, and he adopted the wyvern and the very similar coat of arms which the school still has to this day.
I'm Midge Hilton Green. I'm an old boy of the school. I was here as a board from 1954 to 1961. I qualified as a teacher at Rhodes University and some years later came back to Kingswood as a member of staff in 1984 and appointed head in 1986. And I remained here as head of the prep school until 1997 for 11 years. Have been a head for 26 years of some other schools as well. I'm fairly objective when I look at schools and when I visit them. I've always been impressed by Kingswood, not least of all at this special celebration. The atmosphere among the children, I think, is quite unique in the co-educational setup as a co-ed boarding school. The camaraderie, the friendliness, the politeness, it's everything one could wish for in a school. So I'm very, very impressed with what I saw many years ago here. Of course, I suppose as a pupil one doesn't appreciate what the school's worth. And I left Kingswood thinking every school was the same, and Kingswood wasn't very much better. But having been a teacher and a head for many years, I came to realise just what Kingswood had to offer. And it's thanks to many old boys, I think, who've made it so. But as the co-educational setup and the friendliness between cultural groups in the school has impressed me always. Quite outstanding.
I had a successful season, playing against St Andrews, which was our last game, and being St Andrews is very important on their field. And I was the first change bowler, and then I took a total of 8 wickets, of 4, as you were, 6 of them were bowled. It was just my day.
Continuing on what we're doing on Friday will be a sentimental trip down to Kamem. A lot of OKs have got their names etched in the pews there. And it's amazing how we get them down there and they'll go straight to the spot where their names were. And very often they get a bit miffed because someone that came after them carved over their names.
Let me just tell you, I carved mine under my dad's name. That was my dad, and that was me.
My name is Bob Baines. I left Kingswood in '51. My impression, I've been back several times since then, but coming back 67 years after I left, most notable impression is what hasn't changed and what has changed. What hasn't changed is mainly the good things. What has changed are the things that are even better. I was proud of Kingswood in those days. I'm even prouder to be back to see how the school has progressed.
Yeah, Kingswood, it's a great place. I came here in '72, Kev arrived in about 80, my great mate from Zambia. It's been mates ever since. It's 40 years back at the school, and there's just something about this place that you only really experience it if you've been here, and the loyalty and the friendship that we build up at school carries through, and it's opened really doors for us in different countries, and yeah, it's been wonderful.
I'm Shirley Fletcher. I've been at Kingswood for 45 years, and I taught in the junior school for 25 of those years. I have been in the museum. I've been the archivist there since 2004, and I still do teaching in the junior school for children who need extra maths or English. And now seeing some of the other old Kingswoodians who are coming for the 125 reunion, who I know very well, it is wonderful. And last night I attended the music concert, and it was absolutely outstanding. We have so much talent at the school, and I've been here and I'm surprised every day at things that are happening at Kingswood. We have wonderful facilities and wonderful things are happening all the time. I'm very proud to be associated with Kingswood. This is one of my little boys I taught when he was in Standard 5, my very first year at Kingswood in 1974. He offered me a biscuit and I said, no thank you. And as we walked away, he did a zap sign and my husband wanted to punch him.
Our message is they must provide an opportunity for other people to come to the school. Of the 7980 group, there are many kids who have benefited from the Legends fundraising initiative that have been able to come to Kingswood because of that initiative. I want every 7980 group to be a member of the Legends. It's a simple little monthly contribution, and I think we support the people who can't afford it, and we need to all contribute to the future of Kingswood to allow kids who deserve to be at Kingswood who can't afford it today.
Of me, people fight for survival. I'm chasing tails, I'm surrounded. Can't stop for a second to breathe. I'm flowing like water. One day soon I will find. I know I am close. I know I will shine. Take me back to the jungle.